Hello, students of Standard 8. Once again, welcome to this YouTube channel of Montbretia. I am here with your same chapter of history, chapter number 2, the establishment of British Empire in India. We have already seen how British dared to come to our country due to the political disunity in our country. The leaders were fighting with each other. Now the question arises, why the rulers started fighting with each other? So the chief features, the main features of the political condition of India during the 18th century. This is our topic today. Features of the political conditions of India during the 18th century. Means during the 18th century, what are the different features, what are the different reasons why the Europeans and the other foreign invaders are able to invade our country, came and control our country. There are four main points. They are lack of political unity, inefficient rulers, powerful mansabdars and governors, and foreign invaders. So now these 4 points we will go one by one. First point, lack of political unity. Before the 18th century, the Mughal emperors were very powerful and they always think about the unity of our country. How? By good administrative systems. The common people of India were happy with the Mughal emperors. They look after the conditions of the people. But after few rulers, means during the middle of the or the last end of the 18th century, during the period of Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb, Aurangzeb was a very orthodox type of ruler. He only thought about his own religion. He started taking different types of taxes for non-Muslim people. From non-Muslim people, many taxes have been imposed. Jizya and other taxes were there. Means if anybody in India wanted to follow their own religion, they have to pay taxes, except Muslims. These were not during the Akbar, Babur, Humayun, Shahjahan. They do not do that, due to which the peoples were very attached to the Mughal Empire. But after that, due to this region, the local rulers, the other rulers of our country started revolting. Marathas, Sikhs, Jats, they started revolting against it. And this has made the country's situation chaotic and lack of political unity. Previously, Mughal Emperor used to combine these different local rulers with themselves. Point number 2, inefficient rulers. After the death of Aurangzeb in 1707, after his death, there was no emperor in the Mughal dynasty who could check the revolts and reunite the Mughal Empire. After the death of Aurangzeb, there were no such ruler in the Mughal dynasty which can unite the other, which can control the rulers of our country, other rulers of the country. They cannot. They started fighting among themselves to become the emperor. Number 3, powerful mansabdars and governors. Now suppose previously what had happened, whenever any war was being held between the different territories, now suppose Humayun has made a war with Marathas in some part, suppose in Bengal or in Maharashtra, and after when they win the war, the emperor do not go and sit there, leaving Delhi or leaving his own original provinces. He makes someone to look after there in Maharashtra or different states, territories. They are the governor generals for these Mughal emperor. But when the Mughals control Mughal emperor became weak. These governors, these mansabdars, they declared themselves independent. They tell that we are now the ruler of this particular provinces, because they used to supply the army to the emperor. Now they stopped supplying their army. Automatically, though that main empire become weak without the proper army. So since they started revolting themselves inside the Mughal emperor, only the revolt has came in. That's why the Mughal emperor become weak, and they have other rulers are out of control from the Mughal emperor. They have broken the connections with the emperor, governors, mansabdars, or Mughal emperors have broken the connections with those governor and mansabdars. They had a bad relations with them. Now the fourth point, the last point, is foreign invaders. Afghan invaders Nadir Shah and Ahmad Shah Abdali attacked India again and again. During the 18th century, European powers such as Dutch, French, Portuguese, English began to establish their control, establish their companies in India. Slowly and gradually, they started meddling with the Indian affairs. This period of the 18th century is the darkest century of India. It is called the darkest century of India. Why? Because in this period, the country broke up into smaller units, smaller independent states, which were always war at each other for their selfish motive, to capture the other part. Their main motive is that to capture the other part and increase the territories of their area. They started thinking other areas in their own territories as their own country. There was no feeling of nationalhood. And all these factors made the country weak. So, what are the chief features of the political condition of India during the 18th century? There are 4. All these you have to learn. And point-wise: lack of political unity, inefficient rulers, powerful mansabdars and governors, foreign invaders. And one important question from inside this is, why 18th century is called the darkest century in Indian history? Once again, you go through the video. After hearing these questions, copy down the important points and wait for my next video. Thank you.